Welcome back, YouTube. I would just thought I would make this little video. It's probably gonna be a shorter video. Normally my videos range about 10 minutes long. I'm gonna try and make this a little shorter. I'm just gonna give some recommendations on some decent vapes, especially for people who are just starting. Now I have not owned all of these vapes that I'm going to recommend, but I have hit them and I know about, I know people who have them and how they like them. If you're a person who wants to get an APV, variable voltage, and you're just kind of starting out and you don't want the kit built stuff, a very good and reasonably priced is the Eco Twist. Here's a picture of that one. As you guys can see, they're zooming in on the very bottom there. That's because that very bottom cap twist to adjust the voltage. It has a voltage range of 3.2 to 4.8. If you want something a little bit better than that, I would suggest what I have. This is going to be a little bit more pricey. Actually, the prices on these did recently go down, which is very good. But the Anakin iTaste VV has variable voltage, variable wattage, has a puff counter. The puff counter tells you how many puffs you've taken since you last turned it off. And I recommend that with the Vede tank, either the large or the small. This is the larger one. I did want a larger tank because I used to have a smaller tank and I was refilling it multiple times a day, and that just got really annoying. So those are two. The Eco Twist, it's a decent mod. It's not your greatest mod, but it's pretty good, especially for when you're just starting out. You're not going to spend too much on it. Same with this. You're not going to spend too much on it. I think I picked this whole thing up for about $60. I got a little bit of a deal on it, but now I know you can get them for a little bit cheaper, I believe. If you're wanting to go into a little bit something more expensive, I believe this one I'm about to show you costs about $90 for the battery, I believe. It's called the Cool Fire 2. I think these things just look badass, and I have a friend that owns one. The battery, as you can see, looks like a grenade. I think they're awesome. I want to pick one up. My friend has one. And it's kind of similar to the Eco Twist. There's a little thing that you just spin around the battery to adjust it. I do not believe these have any sort of display like how mine has the digital display there, or not it has the display for the puff counter and stuff. I don't believe those have them. And then the next one is the Anakin iTaste 134. Now this is definitely something I really want. They cost about $150. They look like that. I think that the battery kind of looks like almost like the handle of a lightsaber, which is pretty badass. These ones you can program your name, email address, phone number, address, so in case someone finds it. It gives you puff counter. I believe it keeps track of how long your average puff is too, how many seconds and stuff like that. And as of course, all of these do have the safety feature where they have the automatic shut off for if your battery is getting too hot or if you hold it down for too long, so you will not burn out the heating core, which is very important. Most of the kit built ones I've had or vaped on before do have that same feature. This is a very important feature, so this way you're not just destroying your vaporizer, because some people do take longer hits. I mean, I occasionally hit mine. Mine has a 10-second puff or a 10-second cutoff. I do occasionally catch myself vaping, and then the light turns off, and it seems like it's only like 5 seconds, but it really was 10. Now, I did take that mango out of this after that last video. There obviously was a little bit of mango left in the bottom of it. I couldn't quite get it all out, and then I refilled it back up with banana. I am still tasting the mango, which is a big problem with some of these store-bought brands, guys. A lot of the store-bought brands, you could even vape them down to where there's seriously not a single drop of the liquid in there, which I highly do not recommend doing whatsoever, guys. Do not do that. You can easily burn out your vaporizer doing that. It's very dangerous to do. You're not supposed to vape it all the way down to that. If you want to change flavors and you're not okay with mixing that little bit that you had left in there with a new flavor, just put a tiny bit of water in there. The water will, and then mix it up in your tank and then pour it out. It'll help once it mixes up together. It'll help dilute it a little bit, help it run better, and hopefully you'll be able to run all of it out of there. Depending, I haven't had cleaned this tank before on my. I know on the kit built ones you can easily do this and they should be fine. I'm not entirely sure of the cleaning process of cleaning this tank, but occasionally, especially on the kit builds, it's a very common thing to do. I used to just buy a whole new tank instead of, because otherwise you have to replace the wicks and that can become a pain in the ass to do. But to clean it, to make your tank last longer on you guys, especially with the kit builds, I would recommend it with kit builds. What you can do is get your hands on some deionized water. Unscrew the tank from the battery, unscrew the drip tip. Now, of course, if you have liquid in there, make sure you rinse that out. Get that out of there. Then drop them both in a cup or, a container of deionized water. Let them soak for about, I normally did it when I was at work, so I'd only do it for about 8 hours, if that. Normally I'd take it out because I'd want to vape, but I would recommend doing it for up to 24 hours straight. And then when you take them out, if you have an air gun, great, but hold them like about a couple feet away and very lightly let the air out of there and just kind of blow out the water. If not, you can just fill your liquid in there right away after you just pour out as much of the water as you can. It won't make that big of a difference. It's going to take a couple hits into your vape before you can finally get vape out of it. But that normally will extend the life of it. You can always tell when you do need to change, though, for sure, if you start tasting a burnt taste or it's not hitting very well anymore. But with this thing, all I have to do is I just have to change the atomizer on it, which is very simple to do. I just unscrew one part, unscrew another part, screw it out, and then screw the new one in. It's very simple to do. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope that you guys are liking my videos and that these have become helpful to you. I'm going to do my best to get my hands on some other stuff, especially when I get home for work term. It'll be easier for me to get my hands on some stuff. I'm going to try and go out to Gibraltar and try out some of the guys' their stuff. I'm going to try and stick kind of more away from doing store-bought. I'll try and do some online bought stuff, because I've had some very high recommendations from some friends on some very good vape juice online. Hopefully I'll never have to buy this kind of stuff again. I do not like buying it from a smoke shop. It's because I just don't trust them. I mean, honestly, I'm thinking about when I go home for work term, as soon as I get home, going to Boosted Vape or buying a new tank, just because I don't know if I really want to continue to vape my good stuff in this tank now that I've vaped really, store-bought stuff. But I don't know. Have a good day, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying my videos. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all of your friends about it. I want to make this channel pretty big. I want to help people. I want more people to vape in this world. It is a very good and useful thing to do if you're trying to quit smoking, quit dipping, get rid of your nicotine addiction. I mean, yes, I have gone back up. But at one point last year when I was vaping, I would vape myself from where I was above 32 milligrams of nicotine in mine. I was buying bottles of pure nicotine, pure liquid nicotine, and adding them to my tanks to get higher than a 32. Last year I had vaped myself. I would slowly cut myself off and slowly decrease the amount of nicotine I was using in my bottles, all the way down to where I was at about 10 or 12 milligrams of nicotine per milliliter. And then, yes, I did go back up, but that's because at that point I was trying to stop smoking cigarettes, and now I'm just vaping because I vape. Anyway, guys, hope you guys like this. I know this went longer than I wanted it to, but have a good day, guys. Peace out.